Alright, let's go in. Actually, hold on. I want to wear this dagger that's going to piss my brother off.
As you say. Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Understood. Hold on, let me check out the kitchens real quick. I'm interested.
Yes.
Codex on golems. No interesting books there. Oh, that door's open now. Is it just a storage room, most likely? Greetings. How are y'all?
Your Highness, what a surprise. I apologize if we are in your way. Get out of the way, you lazy slugs! Can't you see we have an important guest?
It's a weird place to keep a shield in a bucket. Alright, so that just means that I can switch. Let's do that. Gorham's shield, actually. So this is what? Longsword? Alright. In slot 1, we want longsword and Gorham's shield. And in number 2, I want noble dagger and small shield. And I'll just rock. There we go. I'll rock like that for now.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
Okay. What's up, man?
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
And what causes that?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Why so interested?
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be casteless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
I'm mostly for this. It's for a bad... He's bringing this up for a kind of a poor reason, but that doesn't mean it's a bad idea.
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Okay. Quest updated. This is J journal? Okay, that makes sense. Completed quests. Okay. Premium content? I don't know what any of that is. That's fine. Win the provings being held in your honor. You've decided to fight with your own proving. It's time to show how a real warrior does battle. Lord Dace has asked you to show your support for his cause in front of the gathered nobles. He wants AwesomeMattG to accept the surface caste into the houses they once belonged to. Simple enough. That doesn't seem unreasonable. There's generic nobles scattered around. Lord Harrowmont, Lady Helmy, Duncan.
Greetings, my Lord Duncan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
The honor is mine.
I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Duncan.
Yeah, my father does do me great honor.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in AwesomeMattG, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
Yeah, I don't know as much about the Grey Wardens as I should.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
Are there many people?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn.
What does joining entail?
Being a Grey Warden means abandoning all ties to your old life. It means dedicating yourself to destroying the Darkspawn.
I do wish I could join you, because that's the way the story's going to go, I bet.
Truly? Then I will speak to your father after tomorrow's battle. I have my doubts he will relent, but there is always hope. Until then, good luck to you. Show the Darkspawn what your people are made of.
You're a fool.
Bitch. Lady Helmy, I beat your daughter. That's a very strange way of starting a conversation. Hey, I punched your daughter in the face today with my sword really hard, multiple times.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Excuse me?
Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the merchant guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
Okay. I really don't see how this plays into it. Yeah, Lord Dace lost some money. What of it?
Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmy, Bimo, Duncan.
Yeah, I know you're getting at something. If the surface dwellers return to their noble houses...
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Ah. It's true, standing up for them is the right thing to do.
The Surface Caste gave up their noble ties willingly, generations ago. Will you humiliate your house and your father for them? Well, don't think too long.
Interesting.
You return. Were my instructions unclear?
Not exactly.
And what did she have to say?
She said my house would suffer from your plan. She said enough.
I see. Some preposterous story, I'm sure. I suppose it could. I mean, well, it's the spirit of the law that's important, right? Our poor, disenfranchised service brothers. Well played, Your Highness. Welcome to Assembly politics. Now, if you'll excuse me... You haven't made a friend here today.
I don't care. Didn't make a severely bad enemy either, so... Alright, so my journal shows that that is now completed. You led Lord Dace to believe that you would speak for his cause, but instead you humiliated him in front of all the nobles. Good! He was gonna be a jerk.
My king, please reconsider. Trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Is this all really necessary?
These rituals have their place. It behooves you to get to know the nobles and let them know you. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the paragon Idukan, who would pose a question to the prospective commander. Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzammar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Of course.
Walk well, Commander.
Good luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you. Alright, let's look at the quest here. You've decided to fight oh wait, no. Your father needs you to speak with Trian. You are to locate Trian and tell him that your father needs him. Trian is either at the provings or resting in his quarters. Well, let's check his quarters. I forgot where his quarters are. Are these his quarters? Trian. Heading to the right.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father? Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
Oh, great. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much-proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you.
Really?
I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
How am I a threat?
He fears what you are becoming, in the eyes of the people and the Assembly. Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
Interesting. Does he think I'm courting the Assembly?
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian fears father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside. You're the elder. I'll follow your lead as always.
Yeah, Gorham, what do you think?
Permission to speak freely?
Of course.
Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
Let's see what he does.
Very well. I'll keep my eyes open. I don't want to lose the brother I actually like.
I am glad for your concern. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Harrimont. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come then! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Harrimont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a thaig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Duncan remains in that thaig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield,
and glory will be yours.
Yes, it would be quite the find.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
Seems simple enough. Meet the scouts, find the door, grab the shield.
Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Duncan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Alright. So, let's check this out real quick. I'm gonna switch over to this layout. What does this do? +1 electricity damage. Higher crit chance, higher armor pen. Lower strength modifier, though. Interesting. Let's go with the longsword for now. Alright. Quest update. You've been given the task of finding the shield of the Paragon Duncan. Your father believes this lies in a abandoned taig in the eastern deep roads. Is this leaving the area, I guess? There's a way here. Expedition rally point. What's through here, though?
Yes.
No loot?
You're in trouble now!
Oh, they sparkle. Okay, they sparkle when there's loot. Gotcha. Got 4 copper. Dwarven War Axe. What does that do as far as damage is concerned? Slightly less damage than my current weapon. Slightly more on the strength modifier, however. Let's return. Is there a quick save option, actually? Controls. Player controls, menus. Quick save F5. That's what I thought. Deep Roads Lieutenant.
Greetings, Commander. Lord Mino's men have taken this tunnel. The one assigned to your party is down the path of this.
Okay, so that is the tunnel I'm assigned to. I like how my commanding forces is me and one other guy. Me and, Face, Gorham. So this is the correct route. Tactics, map, journal, inventory, skills? Ah. Talents. I have no talent points either. Racial ability? Okay, gotcha. So I guess those people I saw down at the end were most likely the team I'm supposed to meet up with at the first crossroads.
You made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any Darkspawn? We didn't expect any activity in these tunnels at all. Once I finished scouting the tunnels, I hid here to avoid the Darkspawn. Most tunnels are dead ends. The one we want is swarming with those fiends. It's going to be a fight.
Understood. Were you at the provings yesterday?
I was, indeed. I saw you fight. It was impressive. May today's battles bring us even more glory. I'll take rear guard. Shall we move?
Excellent. Who are you? Franklin. Alright, so there are multiple exits from this location. This looks like a dead end. Indeed it is. Okay. Cooldown 5 seconds. Instantly restores some of the health. Okay. That looks like it's a long tunnel.
Yes.
Into the fray!
Ancestors!
Excellent. Ow! It just seemed like a knockdown trap. It's in this crate. Dagger. Insufficient skill. Do either of you two have the skill necessary? Negative. Understood.
As you say.
Money!
You're here. I thought the Darkspawn had got you for sure. And I'll make sure I'm behind you if we're swarmed. We want the tunnel ahead, but there are Darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful. I'm with you.
Excellent. This is empty. Okay. Where does this one lead? Oh, it's just rocks. Never mind. Alright, so he says we need to go that way, so let's go back and go through the other tunnel. I want to ensure I fully explore the area.
Take that! Bring on! Taste steel! Who's next?
That was a lot of dudes.
Of course.
Okay, so we heal over time. That's good, because that guy's health went back up. That's one thing I was concerned about, is making sure we could do that. Alright, so let's head back the other direction again, and we'll proceed down the correct path. We'll check to see if he has, oh, he's a rogue. Perfect. Warrior. Warrior. Let's see if he can open this chest. Ah. Lockpicker achievement. Awesome. Thank you kindly, my friend. Alright, so he thinks we should go this way.